Still the Piper man, Piper the Sailor Man here. Got my fan going, looking out the window. Got my rotation. Got a spot of tea. This was given to me by my daughter. Yup, I'm a proud dad. I raised 2 boys and 2 girls. Taught them the morality, taught them to fear God, taught them to be respectful, taught them to be loving. And you know what? All 4 of them get together. All 4 of them do not hate each other. You know what the miracle it is? That you raise 4 kids? When I work as a tobacconist, I come home, I'd buy something. If I could not afford to get them all the same thing, I wouldn't get none of them. Downstairs there was this store with a wholesale distributor for sodas and chips and things like that. Every Friday I came, get them the same chips, get them the same sodas, and I would hand all my kids a $20 bill weekly. That was their allotment at the end of every Friday. And not once did my kids would tell you this, none of us were Dad's favorite. Not that we remember. She thinks she's the favorite, but she was never the favorite. I don't know why she thought that. I treated them all the same. And they loved me for it. And though my oldest son, since he was the older, I let him go to rock concerts and things like that. But I always watched who he went out with. One time he came back, and I had told him, don't enter a mosh pit. He entered mosh pit, and he really banged up his arm and his face a little bit. I said, what I told you. See, now you got to live with it. Outside of that, they were all well behaved. They were head of the school, the students in the school, because at that time, the schools didn't have computers, and I went ahead and bought computers. So half the week, I schooled them at home with computers. The other half of the week, they went in, and they were always telling me, your kids are always absent once a week, twice a week. I said, because I do homeschooling, which what I was doing. Study history, they would get online. You know, the computer, and they would analyze, and they were so far ahead that it was no use. So they decided to take the GED test. 2 out of 4 went ahead. I didn't want them to do, but they wanted to. They wanted to skip it. They got the GED. I said, but that's going to affect you wanting to go to college, and it did. I told them that, but they wanted to do But they were so advanced, and my son went ahead and he's a manager now in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, middle management. And now it's not based on your credentials, it's based on what you know. So my kids have taken advantage of that. That being said, I have wonderful kids. I got no complaints, 2 of my sons are married. They're still with their wives after 10 years of marriage. It's something, you did your job when your wives are calling you, telling you how wonderful their husbands are. I get a kick out of that. their wives call me. Now, they didn't marry Hispanic women, they married white women. One is from Tennessee and one is from Pennsylvania. And they were like, "Oh, your sons are wonderful. They treat me well. They treat me respectful. They treat you like." And I get a kick out of it. You know, one of them has that Tennessee, and I always make fun of her, but you know, she's such a darling, sweetheart. Two Southern Bells. The other one's more German, more serious. She's very loving to my son. They have 2 kids. My other son decided, I don't want to have kids, but I'll be a good granddad. So one of my kids, my son had decided, I said, you're going to regret it later on. But then when I saw her 2 grandchildren always with him, taking them out fishing, and he's the one that's like me. He's an outdoorsman. He likes archery. He likes hunting. He likes fishing. The other one is more computer, you know, into the computer system, right? So he thought, but my son, who doesn't want to have any kids, works for the Department of Defense, computer terrorism. He actually fights for his country with computers. He knows all what's going on out there in the cyber world. And he's very, very intelligent. He's not a talker, to say. He's very intelligent, he's very loving. And my other son is more of a dad, father. So they always get something from you, you know. One of my daughters just recently got married. She's got an RS, she bought a house, she's got a car, and she got a good husband that works maintenance. I said, don't look at what a man does at his job. Look what he can do it in the home. He's a repair guy, he's a mechanic. He got a jack of all trade type of guy. Very good, very respectful. He never traveled very much, and they're coming back from a cruise. My daughter is worldly. She's been all over the place. She's done all over the place. She knows the dangers, this and that. She calls me. She says, Dad, I'm really scared going on my first cruise. I told her, relax. You're American. You got your passport. You got everything. But always stay with your eyes open. And she's done that, you know. And my other daughter just got home. Her marriage failed. I told her not to get married to that bum. She got married to a bum. You know, he's a lot older than her. I said, why did you go do that? But I shelter her. He's very much like me, very loving and everything, but he's an alcoholic. I said, you can't, you know, her uncle, my brother, is an alcoholic, military alcoholic. He's not got it under control, but it took years and years and years. And so I would say that her marriage didn't pan out. And he's stuck. He wants to stay and living in New York. So my daughter came home. I said, look, I got an extra bedroom. Just come out home. Don't waste your time until he gets himself straight. Ain't no use being there suffering. You got a home. You got it. So she's enjoying herself. Saying, I ain't going back over there to New York. I said, no, take care of yourself. You don't gotta pay us. Just take care of yourself. Get yourself mentally. She's highly intelligent. She's more religious. I said, you know, go to a theology school. She very loves the things of God. And so, you know, they all have their flaws, but they're all very good to one another. They love one another, you know, and they're all opinionated because I raised them up to think, to do critical thinking. And if you really believe in something, hang on to that. So they're all very opinionated about certain things, you know, and to a Republicans and to a Democrats. But Danny's more like me, independent, you know. But I laugh because they get together and they, you know, they'll come and visit me once in a while. They're very loving, and they very much appreciate what I've done. At the time, they would be like, Oh, dad. He's a bad dad because I kept him from doing crazy stuff. You know, you get the push. Oh, dad, I don't know. Dad is not. He's not nice. And now they look bad. Dad, thank you. Thank you for not allowing me. My girlfriend's pregnant. I'm not. I said, thank you. See, my girls don't have any kids. I said, you don't got to carry that burden. Don't let a man tell you what to do. This is the age of a woman. As long as you're right before God and you do things correctly, the heck with a guy. Be self-sufficient. So I taught all my kids to be self-sufficient. That's what they are. They're very loving, very kind. They represent their dad well wherever they go. Well, that's a little bit about being a dad. Say to the Piper Man, Piper the Sailor Man, signing out.